The Great Molasses Flood, also known as the Boston Molasses Disaster, occurred on January 15, 1919 in Boston's North End. This catastrophic event is one of the most bizarre and tragic industrial accidents in American history. On that fateful day, the bustling streets of Boston were transformed into a scene of chaos and destruction. A massive molasses storage tank, standing 50 feet tall and holding about 2.3 million gallons of molasses, ruptured unexpectedly. This tank was a towering structure, a giant among the industrial buildings of the time, and its failure was both sudden and catastrophic. The tank, owned by the United States Industrial Alcohol Company, had been weakened by poor construction and temperature fluctuations. The metal walls of the tank were too thin and the rivets were not properly secured, making it a ticking time bomb. The cold winter temperatures caused the molasses to thicken, increasing the pressure inside the tank until it could no longer hold. The rupture released a wave of molasses that surged through the streets at an astonishing 35 miles per hour, sweeping through the surrounding area with devastating force. The thick, sticky substance moved with such speed and power that it flattened buildings, overturned vehicles, and swept people off their feet. The sticky flood, 8 to 15 feet deep in places, knocked over buildings, dragged horses, and trapped people in the thick, gooey substance. The molasses was so dense that it made rescue efforts extremely difficult as people and animals struggled to free themselves from the viscous trap. The disaster resulted in the deaths of 21 people, with over 150 others injured. The victims included workers, residents, and even children who were caught in the path of the molasses wave. The community was left in shock and mourning as they dealt with the aftermath of the disaster. Many victims drowned or were crushed, while others suffered severe burns and injuries from the molasses' scalding temperature, about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The hot molasses caused painful burns, and the weight of the substance made it difficult for rescuers to reach those trapped beneath it. The cleanup was a monumental task, with the molasses stubbornly clinging to everything it touched, including streets, buildings, and even trees. The sticky residue was nearly impossible to remove, and it took a massive coordinated effort to clean up the affected area. It took weeks to fully remove the sticky residue. The cleanup crews worked tirelessly, using sand, salt water, and even fire hoses to wash away the molasses. Despite their efforts, the sweet smell of molasses lingered in the area for months. The disaster prompted lawsuits and investigations, leading to greater awareness of safety standards in industrial storage practices. The United States Industrial Alcohol Company faced numerous lawsuits, and the incident led to stricter regulations and inspections for industrial tanks and storage facilities. Despite the tragedy, the Great Molasses Flood remains an infamous, albeit strange, part of Boston's history, illustrating the unpredictable dangers of industrial negligence. The event is a stark reminder of the importance of proper construction and maintenance in preventing such disasters. Talk about a sticky situation. The Great Molasses Flood is often remembered with a mix of horror and incredulity, as it seems almost unbelievable that such a disaster could occur. If you like unique and random facts, be sure to like and subscribe for more. We bring you the most fascinating and unexpected stories from history, so stay tuned for more intriguing content.